Am I the a-hole for pulling my financial support for my niece's wedding after she humiliated me over not having kids? Using a throwaway because my sister and niece are both very online, and I don't want this traced back to my main. So here goes. I, 43M, have been married to my wife, 41F, for 18 years. We've built a good life together, solid marriage, strong careers, a close circle of friends. One thing we don't have is kids. Not for lack of trying. We spent years going through infertility treatments, multiple rounds of IVF, countless doctor visits, the emotional roller coaster of adoption applications that fell through. At one point, we even considered fostering, but the process was so draining that we finally sat down one night, cried it out, and made peace with being child-free. It still hurts sometimes, more than I think people realize, but we try not to let it define us. We travel, host game nights, go to concerts, stay close with our extended family. Life is still rich in its own way. My niece Sarah, 24F, is my sister's daughter. I've always had a soft spot for her. I watched her grow up. I was the uncle who came to her soccer games, helped her with her college applications, even co-signed her student loan at one point when she was in a bind. When she turned 18, I bought her a used Honda Civic so she could get to campus and work. It wasn't flashy, but she was thrilled. Or, at least she used to be. Over the past year, she got engaged to a guy I actually like. Polite, down-to-earth, respectful. When they were planning their wedding, she mentioned they were struggling to cover the venue cost. I offered to chip in $10,000 to help. Not the whole wedding, just part of the venue expense. She cried, hugged me, thanked me a dozen times, and told me how much it meant to her. My wife and I were happy to help. We believed in family. Then came the family barbecue. It was a warm Saturday, and my wife and I showed up early to help set up. Everything seemed fine: grilled burgers, potato salad, kids running around with water balloons. My wife was chatting with my sister by the grill, and I was grabbing a drink when I overheard Sarah talking with her bridesmaids and a couple of cousins. They were about 10 feet away, sitting around a picnic table, laughing. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but then I heard my name. Someone had made a joke about having kids right after the wedding. Sarah laughed and said, "Clear as day. Well, we better not take advice from Uncle Tom unless we want to end up bitter and childless." Cue laughter from the table. Then she added, "I mean, all they do is drink wine and post vacation pics like they're still in college." It felt like a gut punch. Not just because of what she said, but how casually cruel it was. Like our pain was a punchline. I didn't say anything. I just froze. My drink still in my hand, heart racing. I walked over to my wife, gave her a look, and she knew immediately something was wrong. We said our goodbyes, quietly, and left. When we got home, I told her what I heard. She didn't say much, just held my hand and asked if I was okay. I wasn't. I thought about it all night. Every favor, every dollar, every bit of emotional energy I'd ever spent on Sarah suddenly felt cheapened. Like we were never really family, just convenient support beams to her. The next morning, I sent her a text. "Hey, I heard what you said at the barbecue. It hurt more than I can explain. I've decided to step back from contributing to your wedding. I wish you and your fiancé the best, but I won't be attending. Take care." No reply. But an hour later, my sister called me in full rage mode. She was screaming that I was punishing her daughter for a joke and holding money over her head like some kind of weapon. She said I was being cruel and childish, and that Sarah was just blowing off steam. I told her that joke cut deep. That we never chose to be childless, and to be mocked for it by someone I've loved like a daughter? That's not a joke. It's a betrayal. She wouldn't hear it. She said I was being too sensitive, and that Sarah didn't mean it. That young people say dumb things all the time. Soon enough, my mom got involved. She tried to play mediator, but her version of help was, "You're being dramatic. Just talk to Sarah and move on." A few other relatives chimed in too, some saying Sarah was clearly out of line, others saying I should have spoken to her before pulling the financial support. Then I got a text from Sarah. No call. No actual apology. Just, "Sorry if I hurt your feelings. I was just joking. Hope we can still move past this." That was it. No real remorse. No acknowledgement of how deep that cut went. Just a brush off to smooth things over. I haven't responded. I honestly don't know what to say. I don't want to cause a family rift, but I'm not going to bankroll a wedding for someone who laughs at my pain and calls my life a joke. Now everyone's whispering. A few cousins have taken sides. My brother-in-law is staying out of it entirely. My wife says she supports me 100%, but even she's shocked at how explosive this became. I don't know, Reddit. I don't think I'm wrong for setting a boundary, but part of me wonders if I overreacted. Was I too harsh? Should I have had a sit down with her before pulling support? Or did she burn that bridge herself? Am I the a hole?